Have you ever had chicken Liev? It's butter and herbs mixed with a little bit of fart juice stuffed inside of a breaded chicken breast. And it's great to eat for dinner with the parents. This actress from Scrooge and this guy from the Manchurian Candidate are going to be off in the middle of the nowhere as reruns of their interviews get played. Fill in my blank for April 15th. Pay your taxes and celebrate Jackie Robinson. Which one is it? Do I pay my taxes or celebrate Jackie Robinson? Taxes, woke. Taxes, woke. Taxes, good. Being woke, bad. Taxes, good. Being woke, not good. Isn't that right, son? I tell you, Dad, some being woke's okay. I was actually woke this morning. It's better than not being woke, because then I'd be dead. Laura, did I woke? I woke. She said I woke. Hey, did I woke in the middle of the night, or was that a dream? No, I jumped you. She jumped me. Hey, you never know. Hey, one of the perks being president, get laid while you're sleeping. Best of both worlds. Oh, my God. I have no idea what they're clapping about. April 15th, Season 2, Episode 155, Liev Schreiber. Broadway's Doubt, a Parable. Carol Kane, series, Dinner with the Parents.
We haven't done anything yet.
What about this? Did they get renewed?
We haven't done anything.
Did they get renewed?
Monday, April 15th, 2024. Welcome to the show, everybody. Hi there. Just finishing swallowing my cough drop.
Yeah?
Not because I have a cough, but I like the flavor of the cough.
It's part of your routine.
It's part of my morning routine. Yeah, correct. It's my breakfast, if you will.
Well, we had a nice break.
Oh.
We had a nice little spring break without the kids.
Otherwise known as a vacation.
It's a vacation. It was so enjoyable.
We did it. We went to Palm Springs. Let me tell you something about Palm Springs. You want to know what? See how pretty today is? Every day is like that there.
Yes, it rained for like 2 minutes for a couple days, and people
apologized to us everywhere we went. We're so sorry about this.
Yes. And so we chose one of those days to go shopping and check out the shops, and we went into a store, and the guys there were like, "We've been waiting for you." They were very welcoming in Palm Springs. Great restaurants.
Yes.
Great, just beautiful scenery. Great hikes. And the people really enjoy living there. And there's a reason why they're like forever young there. Really enjoy it.
Yes, we met people in their 80s, 90s, and beyond who were arguably. They seemed decades younger than us.
Yeah, I think it's a sense of community.
There is a sense of community there.
Really, really nice.
We took pictures under Marilyn Monroe. How about that?
It's because they're mostly gay. And gay is a word that technically means happy. So, of course, they're happy. They're gay. Get it? Too rich for...
Be there.
Really, really nice.
We took pictures under Marilyn Monroe. How about that? Come on. Yep. I got in on the action too. You got to do it. You got to do it. Apparently that statue at one time was very controversial. I was like, why? You want to see citrus fruits that I picked from the trees?
Everywhere.
Look at this. I picked these fruits. Grapefruits and oranges.
Yeah, from the tree in our yard.
Guess what? They grow on trees out there. It just and then we went to the grocery store, and what was so funny to me, I turned to Mark, and there's like bags of citrus everywhere, and I go, who's buying these bags of citrus? All you got to do is go outside. I was walking the dog, and a grapefruit fell and hit me in the head. And guess what? I ate it.
Yeah. What's the little oranges that we ate? What are they called?
Tangerines.
No, the little baby ones.
Oh, kumquats.
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 Yeah, kumquats
Yeah,
there.
we were eating
fig
kumquats.
trees. Fig trees. Gelman. You know what else we did? We took Pilates together.
Oh.
Never thought I would say those words.
Pilates.
It's just a national TV approved word for sex.
Pilates together.
Oh.
Never thought I would say those words.
Pilates.
And it's really hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Your legs are in these things, and for a second I'm like, do I have a hernia?
Maybe.
I could. The beginnings. The beginnings of a hernia.
Nothing irritates me more than when Gelman is right about something. And for decades, he's been saying to me, Kelly, you of all people
Would love Pilates.
would love Pilates.
Yeah.
And I would say,
Dancer.
Gelman, that's dumb. Because I just could not allow Gelman to be right about something. Because he never is.
Of course
And
not.
then, as it turns out, as painful as it was for me to admit to
It
you,
was a mistake.
I said, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Really challenging, great workout, muscles I didn't even know I had. We also the hikes in Palm Springs. There's hundreds of hikes, and we're hikers. We're hikers.
Yeah.
We'd start off with a 3 or 4 mile. We did a 7-mile hike one day out to Mount Conway. Was that Mount Conway?
I didn't know where I
Anyway.
was. Every time somebody would say, "Where did you hike today?" and I would say, up the
There was one called the bump and grind. We did the bump and grind.
We did the bump and
I don't
grind.
really know
a
what that
couple
was
of
all
times.
about.
Yeah, we
that
just
was
kept
good.
doing the bump
But
and
we
grind.
did the 7.4 mile, so 3.7 miles up, and it's a straight way back, right?
Oh, what a coincidence. Those are the instructions to have sexual intercourse with your wife. And you got to drink because Mark finished her sentence. Right there. Interrupts her and finish her sentence
Every time
when it's not necessary. I think he does it right here. Got to drink, take a
somebody would
shot.
say, "Where did you hike today?" and I would say, up the
There was one called the bump and grind. We did the bump and grind.
We did the bump and
I don't
grind.
really
a
know what that
couple
was
of
all
times.
about.
Yeah, we
that
just
was
kept
good.
doing the bump
But
and
we
grind.
did the 7.4 mile, so 3.
People
Would love Pilates.
would love Pilates.
Yeah.
And I would
Dancer.
say, Gelman, that's dumb. Because I just could not allow Gelman to be right about something. Because he never is.
She's got
And
no
then,
breasts.
as it turns out, as painful as it was for me to admit to
It was
you,
a mistake.
I said, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Is right twice a day. See, he's got to finish the sentence. Look at me, ain't I a great husband? I could finish my wife's sentences.
I didn't know where I was. Every time somebody would say, "Where did you hike today?" and I would say, up
the thing.
There was one called the bump and grind. We did the bump and grind.
We did the bump and
I don't
grind.
really
a
know what that
couple
was
of
all
times.
about.
Yeah, we
that
just
was
kept
good.
doing the bump and
But we
grind.
did the 7.4 mile, so 3.7 miles up, and it's a straight way back, right? And so Kelly and I, we've been having this discussion recently because we're spending a lot of time together, and I'll ask a question.
Decades long
Yeah.
of us never discussing anything, and now it's just concentrated conversation.
And we've been having this discussion, and I don't know if it's because I mumble or maybe something's going on with your hearing, but I'll ask a question and she'll say what?
Huh?
And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I said, let me do a little test. And we're in the kitchen. I'll say something. She'll say what? And I just won't. I won't repeat the question.
No, what he
Wait.
does is-
Oh wait. I'll say, and I'll just wait. And she answers the question. So clearly, she heard me. So I see a lot of husbands and wives looking at each other right now. They're all looking at each other. So I go, maybe I do mumble. Maybe I don't say it and maybe it's me. Or maybe it's the AirPods you wear 24/7.
Well,
Here's an example. Sweetie, I'm going to go to the gym. What? Oh, okay, yeah, have fun. Sweetie, you want to get Chinese food or Korean? Huh? What's that? What's that? Mark, just get Korean. Like he just sits there. Eventually, she answers, almost like it just takes a little extra time to get through her ears, to travel to either get through travel to her ears and to be accepted by her brain. Either it takes a little longer, or because he mumbles and doesn't speak clear, it takes longer because she has to actually kind of like deconstruct what he said and then reconstruct it, almost like a native German person that hears an English person. They listen to the words in English, then they have to like pause and translate them into German to understand what they're saying. So it's almost like they have to be a Google translator, right? Right?
Guys looking at each other right now.
Google.
They're all looking at each other. So I go,
All
maybe
looking at
I
each
do
other.
bumble.
You
Maybe
too.
I don't say it very, and maybe it's me, or maybe it's the AirPods you wear 24/7.
Well, usually I have them in and I'm
No,
listening to a podcast because here's what I noticed. Ladies, go with me on this. You will be hiking for, say, 4 hours together in complete abject silence. Where initially the first hour you have carried on a one-sided conversation with yourself. You realize you're in it alone. Correct? Right. So then you're like, you know what? Screw this, I'm putting on a podcast because I don't need to have a one-side. And the second the earpods go in, he wants to give me a summation of the last 30 days of his life.
But I'm just talking about when you're not, we've been having this conversation lately, like, even when you have the AirPods out. So we're on this long hike, okay? We're on this really, really long hike. And about 20 minutes before we get to the top, a nice couple's coming down and they say, hey, by the way, and everybody says good morning there, nice hike. Isn't this great? Yes. Everybody's so happy. And we're like, yeah.
We're not like New Yorkers who go to great lengths to avoid any conversation at all.
Yeah, no eye contact. And they say, hey, listen.
Staring up at the eclipse to avoid a conversation.
Listen, there's a rattlesnake on the trail.
I heard that.
Yeah, you heard that. It was just a little one. You'll hear it. And so the next 20 minutes, and I know you hate snakes. You have a phobia of snakes. You really do not like snakes. I'm leading the way. No snake. We get to the top. She's a little nervous. We get to the top. It's beautiful. They have park benches. I'm like, how did they get these park benches to the top of this mountain? Who carried them? I was thinking that. I was asking these questions. There's crows up there. So no snakes. On the way down.
But when you hear there might be a snake.
Yeah.
Every stick, branch, twig becomes a snake.
Becomes snake. So, babe, immunity?
Right there. He did it again.
Depends on what you're...
Every branch twig becomes a snake. See how he has to repeat what she says?
Every stick, branch, twig becomes a snake.
Becomes snake.
Take a shot.
So, babe, immunity?
Depends on what you're going to say.
I asked for immunity. I asked for immunity like maybe once a year, maybe twice a year.
You've at least asked for immunity in front of this audience at least 10 times that you've seen that this lady is seeing, and she's a casual viewer.
Okay, she's a casual. So on the way down, we're on the way down. It's 3.7 miles back. About a mile into our walk, I see the biggest, reddest snake about 10 feet in front of me, and you're 10 feet behind me. I go, oh my God, a snake. And what she says, she goes, huh? Okay. This snake goes away. It's called a red racer. It's the fastest thing I've ever seen. It's so fast, it surprised me. So I turn around expecting this, but she's just walking down. She didn't hear me. She really didn't hear me. So now I have a moral dilemma.
Well, you failed it.
How come sometimes when she says what, she really can hear me, and sometimes when she says what, she can't hear me. So I have a dilemma. When I say something and she responds what, or huh? So when I say something and she responds, what? Can she genuinely not hear me? Or can she hear me, but her muscle memory is kicking in before her brain can register and translate the words that are coming out of my mouth? Because it's like she just muscle memory. She goes, what? And then either like 10 seconds later, she understands that there was a question asked. She combobulates the words and she figures out the sentence. But I won't know for 10 seconds. So I'm like, babe, look, oh, babe, be careful. Babe, stop. There's a red snake over there. Huh? And she keeps walking. Well, that is where you chase me and grab me and say, I said there was a snake there, woman. This is your
She
life.
didn't hear me. She really didn't hear me. So now I have a moral dilemma.
Well, you failed it.
Definitely not.
No. Do I ruin
No.
your
Yes.
/ my last 2.7 miles of walking, which is about another hour and a half of walking down this hill?
So selfish.
No. Or do I let it go? Let it go. I let it go. She didn't see the snake. If a snake falls in the woods, did it really happen?
No.
So, how do you feel about this?
I don't even know who you are.
No, I was being vigilant. I was watching. I saw said snake. I reported said snake. You didn't hear me.
So she was walking. They're walking. And she's ahead of him a little, or maybe even next to him, whatever. But he sees a snake. He stops and he says, babe, there's a snake. And either says stop or implies that you should stop. And so he says, he identifies a snake. It says, babe, there's a snake. Babe, stop, hold up, there's a snake. And she doesn't hear him, but she hears him. She just doesn't know what he said. She just heard a noise. So she goes, what? And then she keeps on walking. While she's walking towards the snake. And by the time, before he can repeat himself or go louder, the snake slithers away and disappears. And she's still walking. So she never noticed there was a snake. He never got a chance to repeat it to her. And by the time he could repeat it to her, it was already gone. So the question is, do I tell her that there was a snake? Or since she doesn't know there was one, do I just be quiet and not ruin this good moment of us walking and not having to talk to each other?
Snakes in the snake community. You have the whole area. It's mostly yours. The walking path is this big. Why? Why do you have to be on it?
But it was snake.
I get it.
It was
It's your
snake season.
terrain.
We were told it was snake season.
Yes.
And your friends were told you, be careful, don't go off the sides.
Yes.
Stay in the middle. But I thought I did you a favor because you really enjoyed the rest of that hike.
Not anymore.
And I, in turn, really enjoyed the rest of my hike. But the whole time I'm thinking, this is going to be great for one day when we get back. You may not, if you saw the way this thing moved and the color of it, a helicopter was going to have to come and get you.
Are red racers venomous?
They're not.
They're not venomous.
They're not venomous. No.
Silent though. See, here's the crazy thing. Want to hear the crazy thing? I'm less afraid of rattlesnakes. You want to know why? They rattle and let you know where they are.
Yeah.
Over here, Kelly. Don't come over here. Got it.
Yeah.
Have your space.
Right.
But a red racer sounds violently fast.
They're really fast. It's probably the fastest thing I've ever seen.
And how long was it?
Like Mullen. Yeah, that was it.
There.
That's it.
That's one.
That's it.
Okay.
Did you take a picture of it?
No.
Picture of
No
it.
photos.
I said it. I turned around and I said it. It went away. And I turned around and you were
Feeling live.
Is that how I hike?
That's one.
That's it.
Okay.
Did you take a picture of it?
No.
Picture of
No
it.
photos.
I said it. I turned around and I said it. It went away. And I turned around and you were
Feeling live.
Is that how I hike?
you being really happy. Listen, we got out of there right before Coachella because Coachella happened right like the day we left. It came there and it was pretty.
They waited for us to leave for a party to break out.
Ice Spice, Sabrina Carpenter, John Batiste. Oh, John Batiste is going to be there. Great.
You wanna go back now?
Nope. Don't want to go back. But anyway, we got out of there just in time.
I want to go back. I feel like we need to do the show there, Gelman, and I feel like they would love that.
Could happen.
Yeah.
And I could take you into a bridge room.
Ah.
I got into a bridge room.
Yeah.
So I'll keep you posted on my bridge progress. Here's what I know so far. I might be too stupid to learn bridge.
No, not at all.
Spoiler alert. But I'm determined I will work harder than ever.
I'm excited because we went into that the card room.
Mm-hmm.
There was a men's card room and a ladies' card room.
Yes.
Serious business.
Yes.
Very serious business. I'm excited to learn with you.
Yeah.
And I played a lot of golf.
I know you did.
I played a lot of golf. I'm not a golfer. I played a lot of golf, but I've become the guy who now I'm always.
Now he watches golf.
Now I'm doing this stuff with my. I'm doing stuff with my hands. She says, "What are you doing?" She starts laughing.
Because it looks like you're swinging a baseball bat.
Yeah. And the Masters was yesterday. Scheffler won.
Oh.
Yes. Scotty Scheffler, his second trophy. He had a pregnant wife at home, and he was going to race home if she went into labor, but she cooperated. She cooperated with them. So congratulations, Scotty Scheffler.
We actually got home a few days ago from Palm Springs. A very dear friend of ours got married, and our son Joaquin was in the wedding, but he didn't think he was going to be able to. He had a lot of responsibilities at University of Michigan, and he didn't think he was going to be able to make it to the wedding. So he flew home and sort of surprised all of us with his presence at this wedding last minute. And I think, he thought that he was no longer in the wedding because
he told her he couldn't make it.
Because he had called the bride, our friend Jess Tubbs, and her lovely husband, John Babcock. Congratulations to both of you. So when I guess somebody spotted Joaquin in the church, and he was so excited to not be in the wedding because he doesn't really I think he's a little shy. He's very nervous. He was in a wedding when he was a ring bearer for our girlfriend's daughter's wedding, and he cried the whole way. He cried the whole way down the aisle, cried, holding the ring, sobbing. So I think that lives in his head. And suddenly there's a tap on his shoulder, and they're like, Joaquin, they need you at the back of the church. And suddenly he was in the wedding. So I was like, if he starts crying.
Yeah, that was really great.
It was great to witness the wedding. And then we raced back to the University of Michigan for the wrestling team's awards banquet yesterday.
That was great.
So we were Gelman was so funny. He goes, "When did you guys just get back?" And I go, "Got back from where? We just got back from lots of places. We've been we've been a lot of places since our vacation." Yeah, we were on the move. That was lovely. It was great to be with all the Michigan parents. Huge show today. Liev Schreiber is here.
And I'm going to lose. Backstage. Loving you, baby.
I know.
Also, Kane is here.
They didn't mention Tax Day or Jackie Robinson Day. Him being such a sports fan, a supposed sport aficionado, a self-proclaimed sports aficionado, and being a man of color, I thought he would have taken at least 60 seconds to acknowledge Jackie Robinson Day and the man himself and say something nice, but nope.
We played this game on one of our hikes on the bump and grind.
I saw that.
Yes. By the way, I have to send that lovely lady a shirt.
Swag, yeah.
Yeah, because she did stump Mark.
She stumped on the hike.
On the hike. A woman stumped Mark on the hike.
She said, "Hey, I want to stump you one day." I go, "Yeah." I said, let's do it right now. She said, let's go.
And she stumped him.
She stumped me.
It doesn't go on your record.
And then he tried to take off his sweaty hiking shirt and give it to her. And she was like, that's okay.
If you weren't there, she would have taken it, sweetie. Believe me.
In your mind, it's so like, I just want to live in your mind.
That's your new flex.
That's my. I can't stop doing it.
You think your Pilates classes
Maybe.
is helping with your golf
It
swing?
could help. It could help.
Well, it's the reason you all showed up today. He knows it. I know it. It's time to play. From now on, all conversations will happen on the air and off camera. I am never speaking to you again.
Let's say hello to Emily Farini from Williams Bay, Wisconsin, who watches the show on WISN. Hello, good morning, Emily. How are you?
Good morning. Great. How are you?
Doing great. All right, you know how this game works. You give us two statements. One is true, one is false. I have 60 seconds to decide which is the truth, and if you stump me, you'll win this. All right, here are Emily's two statements. I appeared in an episode of Chicago Fire, or I am related to Sheryl Crow.
Oh my God. She appeared on an episode of Chicago Fire. Where's she from? She from Illinois? Oh my God. Williams Bay, Wisconsin. That could make sense. Yeah.
How are you?
Good morning. Great. How are you?
Doing great. All right, you know how this game works. You give us two statements. One is true, one is false. I have 60 seconds to decide which is the truth, and if you stump me, you'll win this. All right, here are Emily's two statements. I appeared in an episode of Chicago Fire, or I am related to Sheryl Crow. Okay, let's get into it with Sheryl Crow. How are you related to Sheryl?
Now, it's on my mom's side, and I've personally never met her, but there is a picture of her with my great Aunt Rose. And my mom explained to me how we're related, but I get confused with the cousin once removed thing.
Yeah.
I never understand that once removed.
You mean me neither.
What does that even mean?
We all do that.
And where's
It's
Sheryl
okay.
from?
I do that all the time.
Cheryl's from Alabama.
No,
Oh, she is. Okay.
Yeah.
Is
All
she?
right.
Because I know she used to live in Missouri and teach. She was a teacher in Missouri before she moved to Alabama or moved to New York or wherever. So either she's from Alabama and she moved to Missouri for a teaching job. But if not, I have to go with what I know is that she's from Missouri, not Alabama. So if she were Alabama, she'd do more country music. I'm gonna have to go with that. If she is from Missouri and this girl got caught up in a lie and did not do her research and is trying to on the fly make up an answer. And I'm going to say that, yeah, Chicago Fire is right. It's looking right. Looks like my guess with no hints, no clues, no help is going to be right.
What about that episode of Chicago Fire? What did you do?
You know what?
Yeah,
Mark's going to get it right, too. You know why? Because he probably Googled these answers. That's the thing. When you give him the choices ahead of time, then he goes and he Googles, especially if he's got the girl's name. He might be able to look on IMDb and see if there's something on there. Sheryl Crow, he'll Google Wikipedia real quick, and he'll figure out some questions to ask her. So when he says, where's she from? And she says Alabama, he knows it's Missouri because he just read it on Wikipedia 2 hours before. And now he automatically wins. It's like it's an unfair advantage. It's not.
What about that episode of Chicago Fire? What did you do?
yeah, I was basically just walking around near the main characters, but I don't remember their names.
Okay.
And I think it was a fire regarding a daycare or something.
All right, and where'd you shoot that?
In Chicago.
Okay. And so you were an extra, they hired you?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a fun day. We were there about 8 hours.
Do you do a lot of extra work, or what? Explain that.
I did a couple here and there over the years. Not a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
They both, I mean,
there's a little resemblance to Sheryl Crow here. I see that, but that could be a red herring.
You kind of misused that word.
Okay.
it's good. No, it's good to applaud the control room. It encourages them.
They got it good.
Stay
Thank you,
alert.
Brian.
Look at that.
Brian's on it.
They hear Mark better than
all
you do,
I'm
Kelly.
gonna say that the true statement is that you're related to Sheryl Crow.
Wrong.
Wrong.
You are wrong, Mark.
Because Sheryl Crow's from Missouri. Sheryl Crow's from Missouri, mother effer.
Take that, Red Racer.
Congratulations. You won a mug and a t-shirt. Let's see if you can win a bag.
Thank you.
It's time for Warm It Up Trivia.
He's still talking about why he didn't tell me about the snake. Can't get over it.
Yep.
Let's see. That was our. I'm so distracted by this ongoing snake conversation that I missed Amy Slevko from Cypress, California. Amy's mad at you too.
Now I gotta dance, and you gotta rate me on a scale of 1 to 100. This is an easy dance. Dedicated. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why is this all these fucking chairs, man?
Congratulations. You won a mug and a t-shirt. Let's see if you can win a bag.
Thank you.
It's time for Warm It Up Trivia.
He's still talking about why he didn't tell me about the snake. Can't get over it.
Yep.
Let's see. That was our. I'm so distracted by this. Can't get over it.
Yep.
Let's see. That was our. I'm so distracted by this ongoing snake conversation that I missed Amy Slevko from Cypress, California. Amy's mad at you too. She told me. Okay. I still love you, Kelly. I love you too, Amy. Deja, spin the wheel and see what else Emily's playing. Okay, you're playing for a trip for two to the Club Barbados. Soak it up. 7 days and 6 nights in an ocean front room. I don't know what this means, but I just did. It's all inclusive. That means it includes what, Mark?
Everything.
Yep. Prize valued at $9,000. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Emily, good luck.
All right, Emily, on Friday's show, Alfonso Ribeiro was on the show.
Regina.
What type of trip did Alfonso say he takes with his family
An
every
RV
summer?
trip. On an RV.
An RV.
Motorhome.
trip.
Oh my god.
Congratulations! You and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at the Club Barbados Resort and Spa. Located on Barbados' famous west coast, the Club Barbados offers an idyllic waterfront setting with sweeping views of the turquoise Caribbean Sea. Guests can be as active or relaxed as they please, with all-inclusive offerings such as non-motorized water sports, freshwater swimming pool, 3 bars, coffee shop, beach chairs, dining, and so much more. Your prize is valued at approximately $9,000.
I mean, it's sunny everywhere. Why on the trail?
Let's talk about this show.
Sorry. Emily, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, now you get to make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive a $500 gift card from Bed Bath and Beyond. So please pick a number between 1 and 183.
45.
45. You know what? I'm always happy when the woman stuck behind the pole who can't see the show wins a prize. All right, when we return, Liev Schreiber's here. Stick around, everyone.
Joe Kane. We'll open up the inbox to get your comments and questions. Coming up next, Liev Schreiber.
If you're a smoker, I have a tip for you. Make a video of yourself before all this happens. Read a children's storybook.
Refreshingly cold it is. Too slow, and you've got a melted beverage. You've got to respect a drink that makes you sip at its pace. There are drinks, then there are drinks from McDonald's.
A medium frozen drink like frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry for $2. A medium Oreo Frappe is $3.50. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
He's a Tony Award-winning actor who's back on Broadway in Doubt, a Parable. Please welcome back to the show, Liev Schreiber! You know, this here's a real New Yorker. Born and raised, right?
Yeah, well, not born, but pretty much since I was a couple months old.
Oh, okay.
You're
All
born in
Yeah.
Germany.
Well, that still counts.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Hey, where did
That's all
you
I
grow
know.
up?
in the Lower East Side.
Lower
Wow,
East Side?
real New York.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
And
poor,
I read that
the
your
poor
mom was a
area,
cab driver.
My mom was a cab
yes,
driver.
with the poor people.
Oh, real New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I read that your mom was a cab driver.
My mom was a cab driver.
No
yeah.
kidding.
Yeah, she was.
That's
yeah.
a stressful job.
I wouldn't know, but yeah. I've only been in the back. My brother did it briefly. But,
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you ever like consider making the
Well, I
trek?
guess it turns out my mom's penis is a lot bigger than my brother's. Gelman liked it.
I've only been in the back. My brother did it briefly. But,
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you ever like consider making the trek? You're one of the few actors who grew up here. Who
Always see
made
you ride
it.
on your bike. You
Yeah.
ride your
Are you
bike.
talking about getting out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
moved
thinking
to
about moving to LA?
Absolutely starting to think about it.
Yeah.
I'm getting to be that age where I'm like, I mean, I love it. It's my home, and I don't know that I can. I've tried in the past, but I'm starting to think like a place with some chickens and maybe
Chickens.
a goat. I always wanted a goat.
goat?
I've always wanted a goat.
So a farm. You want to move to a farm.
I kind of want, I think, I've got a new baby now, and I think it would be nice to raise a kid with some animals. I had
Sure.
other
Because if it's not that, then you got to get him some siblings.
than the animals in New York, like real animals. We briefly had a chicken, because you can have chickens in New York.
Yes.
You just can't have roosters because of the crowing.
Yeah.
And so we had a chicken, and we named her Linda.
Linda the chicken.
And one day we woke up and Linda was crowing,
Oh
and it turned out Linda was a rooster.
Did you not ever get eggs from Linda?
And Linda ended up tasting very, very good that weekend.
And that was part of the other thing. I was like, okay, where are the eggs? I mean, I'm from New York, but I think I know a little bit about farm. I was like, chickens make eggs. Where are the eggs?
Right.
And she didn't. And she was like, and I was like, okay.
Can you do that? Can you do that rooster one more time?
Really?
I want that to be my ringtone.
I can do it. I'll record it for you.
So how are the teenagers responding to the new baby? Are they helpful?
They're amazing.
Yeah.
They're amazing. Sasha and Kai, you know them. They love her. It's been really great. I just talked to Sasha, who's up at this terrific school in Vermont called the Mountain School, where he's taking care of animals and he's doing all these. And he just said that he's bummed out because he's missing being with her, and it just, I'm so sweet.
That is so sweet.
Such a sweetheart. And he did this little film for his class that he just sent me last night, which was an adaptation, a short film. He made an adaptation of Doris Lessing's Through the Tunnel, which is basically about a kid who doesn't want to grow up because he loved being a kid so much.
Oh yeah.
And I just thought anyways.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You know when your kids do things like that,
of
and
course.
it just, because they're such monsters, 99%.
Yeah.
And then they do something so profoundly sweet. You're just like, wow.
Ray Donovan. We miss Ray Donovan.
Not sweet. Yeah.
You not sweet. You miss Ray?
I do miss Ray.
What a great character.
I do. You know how it is working on a TV show. Like, people become your family.
Yeah, of course.
It's not that I miss Ray as much as
I miss the money and fucking hookers afterwards.
Yeah,
of course. It just, because they're such monsters, 99%.
Yeah.
And then they do something so profoundly sweet. You're just like, wow.
Ray Donovan. We miss Ray Donovan.
Not sweet. Yeah.
You not sweet. You miss Ray?
I do miss Ray.
What a great character.
I do. You know how it is working on a TV show. Like, the people become your family.
Yeah, of course.
It's not that I miss Ray as much as I.
Yeah,
of course. It just, because they're such monsters, 99%.
Yeah.
And then they do something so profoundly sweet. You're just like, wow.
Ray Donovan. We miss Ray Donovan.
Not sweet. Yeah.
You not sweet. You miss Ray?
I do miss Ray.
What a great character.
I do. You know how it is working on a TV show. Like, the people become your family.
Yeah, of course.
It's not that I miss Ray as much as I miss Dash and Eddie and all the people that I worked with who become your family. You do that for 7 years.
Yeah. Did you ever take any memorabilia from your character?
I have so many things from Ray. I have the bat.
You do?
I have all of his suits that don't fit me anymore. I have a ton of stuff.
Yeah,
that's great.
Good. I like when people keep memorabilia.
Oh yeah. I have his wedding ring.
Oh, very
nice.
Cool.
I'm not wearing it. I wasn't. I'm the kind of guy who would be too cheap to get his own wedding ring, but I wasn't. I actually.
All right, we need to take a little break. We'll come back. We're going to ask Liev about the pleasure of playing
A bolt of lightning. Where is that generated?
I saw something.
Your friend, what happened to her?
Girls are always missing.
The cops call us big girls, like the lighters.
Because we're disposable.
You can't trust anyone except each other.
Always seems to come back to those girls. Help me. Can you keep a secret?
With Fargo, the new virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, you can pick up the tab even when you forget your wallet. I got this.
Fargo, send cash $145 in sale.
What's now? Do you Fargo? You can with Wells Fargo.
We're back with the great Liev Schreiber, of course, returning to Broadway in Doubt, a Parable. Tell us about the story. It's, of course, we know the film Doubt.
It's an extraordinary play. It's written by John Patrick Shanley. 20 years ago, it won the Pulitzer. It also won the Tony, and it won the Tony for the play, and it won it for Cherry Jones, who played Sister Aloysius. It's just a remarkable play, and I'm finding that it's so timely. It's basically a play about a Catholic school, and that's run by a nun, Sister Aloysius, and there's questions about the priest, Father Flynn, who I play, as to whether or not he's interfering with one of the kids at the school, and just the themes of it, the themes of doubt, the themes of doubt as a unifying concept, is something that we share as human beings. It just feels very powerful and timely to me right now. So I'm very proud to be part of this production.
You almost said no to the role. Why?
I did, because I had spent 7 years on Ray Donovan playing a guy who was abused by a Catholic priest. I also played Marty Barron, who led the investigation into the Boston Archdiocese. And I felt like I had kicked the Catholic Church enough. And to be honest, the day that Scott called me, I was coming from Mass with my in-laws, which is a strange place for a Jewish guy to be, but there I was. And I really enjoyed Catholic Mass.
Sure.
The community of it felt, especially in my little town in Montauk, to see all these people that I knew from the surf shop and the fish taco place and the cop and the ladies who run the library come into this place in this meditative, humble state and have those real conversations was something that I found very moving. And in doing research for the play, I went up to St. Vincent's, which is the home of the Sisters of Charity, which is a group of nuns that are actually going to stop existing because they're not taking on any more nuns. And these women are all in their 80s. And I had some great conversations with them and the priests there about why they became nuns. You know, these are all girls from the Bronx, right? And so I was walking around with my girlfriend Maureen, and she had an interview, and I went in, and I just thought, this is interesting. I want to do good with my life. I've always wanted to do good with my life. And it struck me like a bolt of lightning. Where is that generation, of people that want to give their life to service, and I just thought about that in this tsunami of litigation that hit the Catholic Church, no one really thinks about the innocent and the faithful who were sidelined by this terrible event. And I thought that was another good reason to be a part of Doubt, that the faith.
Thank you, man. Great seeing you. Doubt, a pair of runs at the Todd Hayes Theater on 42nd Street. It was Sunday, April 21st. Go see it. Come up next, Charles Hayes.
Tomorrow live for the series FBI Charity System. For people who feel limited by the unpredictability of generalized myasthenia gravis and who are anti-AChR antibody positive, season to season, Ultomiris is continuous symptom control with improvement in activities of daily living. It is reduced muscle weakness. And Ultomiris is the only long-acting GMG treatment with the freedom of just 6 to 7 infusions per year. For a predictable routine, I can count on.
Ultomiris can lower your immune system's ability to fight infections, increasing your chance of serious meningococcal infections, which may become life-threatening or fatal, and other types of infections. Complete or update your meningococcal vaccines at least 2 weeks before starting Ultomiris. If Ultomiris is urgent, you should also receive antibiotics with your vaccines. Before starting Ultomiris, tell your doctor about all of your medical conditions and medications. Ultomiris can cause reactions such as back pain, tiredness, dizziness, limb discomfort, or bad taste. Ultomiris is moving forward with continuous symptom control. Ask your neurologist about starting Ultomiris.
With FanDuel, your group chat will be blowing up every game of the NBA playoffs. Because right now, new customers can bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets guaranteed. Plus, with live betting, you can get in on all the action from tip-off to the final buzzer. It's the NBA playoffs on America's #1 sportsbook. New customers can bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets guaranteed.
People are hearing a sound, dropping everything, and running to White Castle. There's no...
Just copying Taco Bell's commercials now.
All electric.
Oh.
See your local Ford dealer.
Welcome back to the film and television icon who's serving some fun in her new comedy, Dinner with the Parents. Please welcome Carol Kane.
Thank you, Miss Kelly.
Carol,
Cool shoes.
take us back to the very beginning. Were you always an actor? Were you a child actor?
Yes, when I was about 5 years old, my mother took me to
Jewish
see
mother.
a play, children's theater like Alice in Wonderland or something. And I looked up there and I thought, I want to be up there.
Yeah.
I was a fool then. I'm still a fool now.
And you're still living in New York City.
Yes, I live on the Upper West Side, and actually, right now I'm living with my mom because she's on the elderly side, but still composing and playing the piano every day. Her name is Joy Kane.
Oh, what a blessing! That's so
I'm
great.
so lucky, and so I get to hear this incredible music just hanging out in the living room.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
46 years ago, Taxi.
Don't say that.
46 years ago.
Yes.
Crazy.
Do you still keep in touch with the cast? You guys still keep in touch?
We're so lucky because we're all in love with each other, and we have Mary Lou Henner, who's got the genius brain.
She doesn't forget anything
She
ever.
remembers every date of her whole life. She is a good organizer, and when COVID started, Mary Lou organized a group Zoom, and we're all on it, the whole cast and Jim Brooks, and I think we're on our 15th Zoom now together.
That's incredible.
And we have so much fun. We get to see each other.
If you ever forget anything, like if you forget.
And I think we're on our 15th Zoom now together.
That's incredible.
And we have so much fun. We get to see each other.
If you ever forget anything, like if you
the whole cast and Jim Brooks, and I think we're on our 15th Zoom now together.
Jesus Christ! All I want to know is how long ago did she arrange start doing these?
Organizer, and when COVID started, Mary Lou organized.
Okay.
Zoom now together.
That's incredible.
And we have so much fun. We get to see each other.
If you ever forget anything, like if you forget, do you ever call Mary Lou and just say?
I haven't, but of course that's a good idea.
She would be great. Like if you write your memoir, she could literally
She
give
will
you the
remember
big.
my life.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
right. She will, and I will not.
You've been in the business so long. What's the best piece of advice anyone's ever given you?
Oh, Mary Lou said, "Don't eat that tampon like you did in 1979 after you took some of Andy Kaufman's white powder pills."
Forget anything, like if you forget, do you ever call Mary Lou and just say?
I haven't, but of course that's a good idea.
She would be great. Like if you write your memoir, she could literally
She
give
will
you the
remember
big.
my life.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
right. She will, and I will not.
You've been in the business so long. What's the best piece of advice anyone's ever given you?
Well, the best piece of advice about what I do could have come maybe from Jim Brooks, who wrote Taxi with Ed Weinberger and Stan Daniel. And Jim, this is interesting for you.
Yeah.
One time I was doing the show Taxi, and I was really trying to impress everybody, all the writers, and I was trying to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
And Jim said to me, you don't try and be funny. If we wrote it funny, it will be funny. And if we didn't, we have to fix it. But don't go out there trying to be funny. It's deadly. It's like begging, you know what I mean? Like, oh, look at me. So he told me that, and I have to remind myself on a constant basis, don't go begging. Don't go try and be funny. You just say the words and
say the words as written.
Yeah. So that was incredible.
That is. All right, we will take a little break. When we come back, we'll talk to Carol about her favorite kind of comedy. Stick around.
Enter Warm It Up Web Trivia. How do you get out the chance to...
Just say, yeah, I hurt my wrist. I left my run.
Oh, look at me.
Like, I hurt my wrist. I fell down running again. You know, and if no one laughs, don't change it and say, I hurt my wrist. I fell down running today. Like, don't try to change your voice or say anything fast or hop around like a princess. Like, don't do that. You stay in your character and say it the way your character says it. And if it doesn't get a laugh, we'll change what you say. But don't.
It's like begging, you know what I mean? Like, oh, look at me. So he told me that, and I have to remind myself on a constant basis, don't go begging. Don't go try and be funny. You just say the words and
say the words as written.
Yeah. So that was incredible.
That is. We will take a little break. When we come back, we'll talk to Carol about her favorite kind of comedy. Stick around.
Enter Warm It Up Web Trivia. How do you get out the chance to win the Roomba i3 Plus from iRobot? Just go to live@kellyandmark.com to enter today.
I'm next.
Travel experts reveal how flirting differs around the world. France, lingering eye contact and buttery compliments. I like your croissant.
Next time, after Jeremy Sisto, plus Shogun star Anna Sawai.
I would describe.
I'm going to make sure I watch that.
He has a lot of very...
I like your croissant. He's so good at doing voices and accents.
Centra. Get 3.9% APR financing for 36 months on Centra.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Okay. All right. Oh,
that was scary.
I still stuck.
Really?
Okay,
hold on. Let me call the customer service
Jane,
number.
what? You put that ring back where you got it. I saved that for your sister, son.
Customer service.
He gonna marry a nice Jewish girl, you know.
From Dinner with Parents with the great Carol Kane. Okay.
Hey,
What's going on there?
Okay, I'm stuck in my
vibrating chair.
Yes, and I'm stuck and I can't get out. And then I end up walking down the stairs with part of the chair on my head. Always a good look. But I have to tell you something.
Yes.
We had a snake in the show. I wasn't gonna talk about this, but I have to now.
Sure.
Okay,
but it's a trained snake,
this
right?
Snake,
it's an
the
actor
little tiny thing, and its real name is Pumpkin. But on the show, it's Megan the Snake. So I just, and I wore the snake around my neck.
And how did you feel about it?
I'll tell you, I never met a snake before, and I love this little snake. I actually got to pet it. Just something you would just adore.
You know,
I'll try and next time I come on, I'll bring Pumpkin.
We have snakes on this show occasionally, and I find them less upsetting because I know they're coming. Here they come.
Oh, you
Here
do.
comes
Okay.
the snake.
Right.
The snake is expected. It's those snakes that you stumble upon.
Oh, well, I don't like that either. But this is Dinner with the Parents. It's coming out April 18th on Amazon Freevee.
Yay.
And it's got a great cast. And I think that you'll enjoy it.
I love you in everything you're in. I really do. And I appreciate you so much being here. Give your mom our love, please.
Does she watch the show?
Oh, she's watching right now.
All right, Dinner with the Parents, Amazon Freevee, April 18th. Check it out. Next, we're going to open up that inbox.
Tomorrow live, a performance by Ernest. And also Welcome, Anna Sawai.
What's a Walt Disney World thrill feel like? It's like, and partners, and also like, and it feels even better together. And check this out. You can thrill with this special 4-day, 4-park magic ticket offer. Visit DisneyWorld.com/4parkmagic to learn more. Disney thrills us like...
Break up with your old wings and
The water problem, we get it fixed. We give our own. U.S. Waterproofing. A better basement starts with us.
We just want to wish a happy birthday to most of our audience. On this side of the you guys are on the wrong side. You should be over here. This is where all the birthday people are. All right, Lorraine from Aiken, South Carolina says, so glad you tried Pilates. I started at 82 and take 7 classes a week, and I love it.
This is from Trina Young from Fort McMurray, Alberta, Canada. Mark, I have to agree with your decision about the red snake. I'd rather enjoy my hike. Thank you for an entertaining show today. Karen from Hamlin, New York said, Kelly, I too am deathly afraid of snakes. Anything that slithers, including worms.
I don't like worms either.
My husband would have known not to say anything, and he would have just said, did what Mark did.
We'll be right back.
We'll return in a moment.
My life is full of questions.
Look cool, hey mom, look what I do. Where's none of that? But if someone says, "Hey, I got some worms. Can you put worms on your finger?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Like a Fear Factor, if there was like a 9 to 5, like one of those gross show, like on a gross show where, like, hey, here's a fish tank full of worms. I gotta put my hand in there. Yeah, it's gonna feel slimy, I guess, and wormy.
Half carat natural, $4.99. Unlimited choices, guaranteed to appraise for double. The Jewelry Exchange, Villa Park.
If you have chronic kidney disease, you can reduce the risk.
Because if they feel threatened because they feel like their environment has been compromised.
Or ketoacidosis.
Did you know about 25 million children in the U.S. grow up fatherless? These kids are more likely to drop out of school, 20 times more likely to end up in prison, and 50 to 100% more likely to be addicted to drugs. I'm attorney Jeffrey Leving. Our elite team of lawyers focus on protecting fathers' rights. Call me for help if you're a dad struggling with divorce, child support, or visitation. To learn more about your rights, call 312-356-DADS and visit dadsrights.com.
Closed captioning, sponsored in part by...
I used to smoke. I thought it helped relieve my stress. But then... Jeremy Sisto is here.
And from the series Shogun, Anna Sawai.
And a performance by Ernest. See you tomorrow, everybody. Bye-bye.
That was great. I was going to say that I would smash Carol Kane because I think she's single. But now I just think she's a lot older than I thought. I think I would screw her when she was
9-year-old.
Older.
Now at 10, a massive show of support for a 9-year-old girl killed in a mass shooting.
A grieving family pleading for justice tonight.
And I'm so sorry that we lost my baby cousin. She was so little.
Tense moments during a large pro-Palestinian protest downtown.
The crowd blocking busy streets and clashing with police.
Tracking our next storm system arriving tomorrow. With it, the threat of showers, storms, potentially severe. We'll time it out.
WNBA draft excitement.
Fans reacting to the picks made tonight by the Chicago Sky.
Live from Chicago, ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 10 starts right now.
We start with an emotional visual tonight for the 9-year-old girl killed during a mass shooting in the Back of the Yards neighborhood. A total of 11 people were shot during a family gathering Saturday night. The other victims, including that girl's mom, are still recovering.
ABC 7's Trey Ward live for us tonight outside Chicago Police Headquarters with a show of support for this family and the search tonight for whoever is responsible. Trey.
Cheryl, the community gathered at the very spot the shooting happened to support the family grieving this sudden and tragic loss. Prayer comforts a family's pain. Right outside the Back of the Yards home, where days ago a celebration turned deadly.
Hearing my mom's FaceTime with all the children and all the moms and my cousins in the background screaming and asking for help, but there was no one here to help yet.
Now it's a place of mourning and healing as loved ones remember the life of Ariana Molina.
All the beautiful memories that spent with her, always smiling.
Police say the 9-year-old girl was one of 11 people who were mostly relatives shot during a drive-by Saturday night near 52nd Damon. Ariana was the only one who didn't make it. Her mother was also shot and remains in the hospital.
If everything comes good, then she might be able to come out tomorrow afternoon. She might be able to come out so we can figure out what to do with my daughter.
A family dealing with heartache surrounded by a community's efforts today.
Stop the violence! Stop it right now!
They're making sure the memory of this young bright light never dims. But instead it serves as a reminder of the ongoing work needed to drive out the violence in this neighborhood.
We have to be here for the long haul, and that's a time of healing and coming together.
The family says 2 of the youngest victims, 1-year-old and a 8-year-old boys, remain in the hospital with critical injuries. So far, no one is in custody. We're live at CPD headquarters. I'm Trey Ward, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Beautiful tribute out there tonight, Trey. Thank you. Our I-team speaking with Chicago Police Superintendent.
Oh, I guess that's the reboot. Do-do-do-do-do. Wonk, wonk. All right. April 15th, season 2, episode 156, I believe. I hope you like my George Bush impersonation. And if you support me, just like the video and give me money. But I don't know how you can get